Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. We're in Revelations chapter 6. I want to read verses 1 and 2, then we'll do some sharing and explaining and hopefully give some meaning to these four horses that are seen as the first four seals are opened on that scroll of the book that is in the book that is in the hand of God that the Lamb has taken, and he begins to loose those seals. So Revelation 6, 1 and 2. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard one of the four living creatures saying with a voice like thunder, "Come and see." And I looked, and behold, a white horse, and he who sat on it had a bow, and a crown was given to him, and he went out conquering and to conquer. And then we notice when he opens the next three seals, next is a red horse, and then the third seal is a black horse, and then the fourth seal is a fourth horse that he sees that is a pale horse. And we'll try to give meaning to these four horses that show up as we begin to look at this period called the tribulation period. Now we know the tribulation period, according to Daniel chapter 9, to be a 7-year tribulation. Daniel said there in verse 27, then he, and he's speaking about the Antichrist who's going to show up, this prince that's going to show up, he will confirm a covenant with many for 1 week. And we believe one of the first things that kicks off the 7-year time for the tribulation period, and you have to understand that Daniel saw 70 weeks of time period, and then there was a law in the middle of it, and then we go on to the 69 weeks after they're completed with the nation of Israel, up to, we believe, when Messiah is cut off. That's the time of Christ. We don't have time to give great detail to this, but historically and literally we believe that 69 weeks, a week representing a 7-year period, 490 years. You have to count those years, and then when the Messiah is cut off, the clock stopped. So 69 weeks were fulfilled. There was a 70th week that needs to take place, which is a 7-year period of tribulation, we believe. And then the way it kicks off is that starts when Antichrist shows up and he makes a covenant with Israel. Now, and maybe with the whole world to protect Israel. Now, we believe that before he is revealed, the Antichrist, that 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, that he cannot be revealed until after the church is taken away, because it says that we are a restraining force. And speaking of Antichrist in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it says that he will not be revealed until the restrainer be removed. We believe the restraining force against the evil forces that Antichrist will release on earth is the church, are the believers on planet earth right now. As a believer, wherever you are a restrainer against evil around you, because God dwells in you. The Holy Spirit is in you. And wherever God is, there's a restraint for evil. That's why we've enjoyed so much peace and freedom in America, but as believers begin to lose their influence, the evil takes over. All you have to do is turn off the light and the darkness invades. So my friend, we believe that we're living in the last hours just before Antichrist shows up. And when he shows up, then that 7-year clock starts again for Israel specifically. And then in the middle of the 7-year period of tribulation, he breaks. Right in the middle, he breaks that covenant. And that's what he says. But in the middle of the week, he shall bring an end to the sacrifice and offering, and on the wing of abominations shall be one made desolate, even until the consummation which is determined is poured out on the desolate. And so we believe he'll commit the abomination of desolation. Jesus spoke about that. And then there shall be great tribulation. So the tribulation is divided into 3 parts, basically. The first part, 3.5 years, the middle part, and then the last part. And that's what we find in the book of Revelation as we study these 3 parts. The first part is Revelation 6 through 9. The middle period is described in Revelations 10 through 14. And then the last 3.5 years, Revelation 15 through 19. And that's what we're going to be looking at when this white horse shows up. God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.